Hello, card floppers. Welcome to One Pack Frenzy, where we open one pack of trading cards to prove that not all fantasies are final. Wait, did I already use that one? This was so long. Anyway, we got Gunslinger in the Abyss. There is a new set that's out. I will be doing a weekend on it. So this weekend, look for new Final Fantasy cards. But in the meantime, we're going to take another look at the last set. Maybe get Vincent finally. I don't know. I don't know if Seffi's in this one. It'd be cool if she was, but I doubt it. Yeah. I do like the backs. The matte finish of the backs were really nice. Alright, starting off with zooming in. That is way too much. Back up. There we go. Millefew. She is a 1-drop green. Back up. From Final Fantasy Tactics events? Tactics something. Anyway. Tap, put Millefew into the break zone. Draw 2 cards. You may only use this ability if there are 15 or more wind cards in your break zone. Huh. Well, I guess you have to use her towards the end, I guess. Zack the Lego Maniac. Well, not really. But that was the thing back in the 90s. He's a 4-drop red. Forward soldier. I'm sure he is. 7,000 power. When Zack enters the field, you may play 1 fire forward with cost 3 or less from your hand onto the field. When a forward other than Zack enters your field, it gains plus 2,000 power until the end of turn. Damn. Thaliak from 14. They are a 3-drop. Blue forward, the 12. 5,000 power. When Thaliak enters the field, if you control 4 or more, job the 12. That. Your opponent selects 1 forward they control, put it into the break zone. Draw 1 card. There is. Let's see if I can pronounce that right. Regnosis? It's an S. Choose 1 forward of cost 3 or less opponent controls, return it to its owner's hand. That's pretty nasty. Lanista. Hey, oh, we got a 1-pack combo, technically. Cost 3 forward other than that. It would get, that would be 10,000 power. Damn. Lanista, 3-drop, forward, fire. When a forward you control attacks, it gains plus 1,000 power until the end of turn. Ooh, that's even better. Summoner. An actual summoner from 11. 3-drop ice, backup. I think he had to discard 3 cards out of there. When Summoner enters the field, choose 1 ice summon in your break zone, add it to your hand. Tap, put Summoner into the break zone. During this turn, the cost required to cast your next summon is reduced by 2. It cannot become 0. So, that's pretty cool. Sky Samurai. 3-drop. Wind, forward, standard unit. 7,000 power. That's a standard unit. When Sky Samurai attacks, choose up to 2 backups. Activate them. Sky Samurai gains plus 2,000 power until the end of turn. Beastmaster. From 11 as well. It's 3-drop light. Backup standard unit. When Beastmaster enters the field, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Play 1 monster that costs 2 or less among them onto the field and return the other cards to the bottom of your deck in any order. Except that order. You can't put them in that order. Tap, put Beastmaster into the break zone. Choose 1 monster that is also a forward. It gains plus 4,000 power until the end of turn. Neat. We got a Shiny Mandragora. I'm sorry. If you've ever played hack. They had Mandragoras, but like every time they'd pop up and go Mandragora and then run around doing weird things. It was hilarious. Anyway, it's a 2-drop monster, so the Beastmaster can bring them out. It's 7,000 power at that too. During your turn, Mandragora also becomes a forward with 7,000 power. When Mandragora deals damage to a forward, break it. And when Mandragora deals damage to your opponent, put Mandragora into the break zone. When you do so, choose one card in your break zone, add it to your hand. It's pretty bouncy there. Halon, also part of the 12. It's 5-drop ice, forward from 14. 9,000 power. When Halon enters a field or attacks, choose up to 2 characters. If you control 6 or more job the 12, dull them, and freeze them. Your opponent discards 1 card. Ooh, that's a good reason to build a deck of the 12. Ignis. I think I got Ignis before. 3-drop light from 15. Forward, retainer, 7,000 power. When Ignis enters the field, you may dull 2 active forwards you control. When you do, choose 1 forward. Deal it damage equal to the total power of the forwards you dulled. Due to this ability, damage 3. Ignis gains plus 2,000 power. I think this... Actually, I think that was our rare, so... Oh, no, this is one of our rares. Gave. It's an EX. 4-drop forward, warrior, dark, from 16. 8,000 power, EX burst. When Gav enters the field, you may search for one category 16 character and add it to your hand. And... Oh! We got a summon. Which I think was also... The summoner had that? Oh. Summoner... Cost... Okay. Choose one ice summon. That's not an ice summon. That's water summon. But it reduces... reduces the cost by to 1. That's pretty cool. Anyway. It's a 3-drop summon. From 12. During your turn, you can dull 2 active water forwards you control instead of paying the CP cost to cast Leviathan. Choose 1 forward or monster opponent controls, return it to its owner's hand. That's pretty cool. Oh, sounds like I gotta rescue my cat. So we'll pick a MVP and go at it. I'm gonna give it to Howland. That is a nasty ability. Let's see here. Although Zach's pretty nasty too. You know what? It's a toss-up because Zach, he brings someone else out, and they get plus 2,000 power. So, fire and ice. And I technically can't declare 2 because I have a book now that I'm filling with picks. So, I don't know. You know what? We're closer to winter than we are to summer, so I know we're kind of both in the middle there. So I'm gonna give it to Howland. If you don't like my choice, make your own video, like I always say. But in any case, that is Final Fantasy Gunslinger in the Abyss. I will see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Yeah, we'll go on.